What's up, y'all? I made it. I'm here. I'm here. I'm gonna need you guys to tell me if you can hear me because I'm not using it. So, but you see this connection, like I'm rushing. I was rushing, and I'm trying to do this also on Instagram. So I kind of have like my phone on me, doing this on Instagram. And first, I don't even like the angle on Instagram right now, but whatever. So we're trying to get some people to come on Instagram, but let me know if I sound good. I was definitely, like I said, rushing to get here. So I'm going to have to rely on the audience. So let me take a deep breath. All right. All right. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning, Devil Dad Elvis. I'm so happy you're here already. I don't think I've gone live yet on Instagram, so we're still gonna just okay. Let me just check to see if I can hear myself or if I'm even bear with me all. Okay, you can. What's up, classic? What's up, Cassie? What is up? Okay, let me take this off so I can hear myself. All right. So now this thing is telling me nobody's watching. Okay, so Instagram's still not on yet. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. All right. Whew, man, there's just not enough time in the day. And- Wait a minute. So, like I said, something new I'm trying. So we'll see how it goes. Morning. All right, y'all. Welcome to the new business week. Welcome to the new business week. Glad to be here. I will be with you guys for an hour. I don't know if I still don't think. Am I live on this thing? Okay. Maybe I am. All right, we're gonna get right into it, but let me just say well, I'll wait till they come on. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Obviously, today we saw our topics. We have the Jordan, yeah, like because it just, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like I'm just like, like damn, like. And I woke up early to make sure I was ready, and I did other things and to prepare and all that. So, but it's all good though. It's all good. It is all good. All right. So I can't spend 2 minutes doing this. What's okay? Let's go ahead and get into everything. Let's start presenting and go ahead and start. We'll go straight to my Twitter. We got a few things to talk about. We have an hour. Um, the minute I see somebody on Instagram, I'm gonna address them as to what I'm doing. But we have an hour, so let's go ahead and get into everything. Shout out to yo, this is all right. So I'm showing off a little bit. Shout out to Christabel from AM 990 The Answer. So this is the morning radio station I listen to in the morning with Christabel and Fast Eddie. Adam Coleman was on. I was so excited to hear him speak. And he was talking about the Jordan Neely situation. And we're going to read his article about that. And Chris Gall says, because I put shout out to Wrong Speak, who's Adam Coleman, who's on my favorite morning radio show, AM 990 The Answer with Chris Gall and Eddie Cayazzo, for bringing perfect clarity to this Jordan Neely situation. Thank you for your help. And I will be reading your piece on this channel this morning. And I am getting ready to do that. So, and then he said, salt and light. That's what he is. Thanks for listening. Yes, that is what Adam is. Adam has a really good way of putting things into perspective that even I'm definitely not good at. I'm trying to be better. Yeah, I'm sure they are gonna have, see, that's the problem. They're gonna, so all right, we're gonna get ready to talk about it. So let's just go straight to my bookmarks. And first, no, let me share Adam's. Damn, they don't like me on Instagram. Let me share Adam's hold on. I'm gonna share Adam's article about it because we're just gonna go straight into it and we're gonna read it. All right. So for a lot of people who don't know, Jordan Neely was on the subway, and I think apparently they said, witnesses said that he started being erratic, and then somebody, excuse me, put him on a chokehold, excuse me, in order to de-escalate him. Now, of course, it looks like, of course, excuse me, the media is making this a racial thing without even caring about the actual person who died. So let's just go ahead and read about Adam, read what Adam had to write. I might turn this off because it's actually making me. Nobody came on, so. I, um, Adam says no one cared about Jordan Neely's life. They just wanted to use his death, and this is his opinion. All right. And this is Adam B. Coleman, author of Black Victim to Black Victor, and the founder of Wrong Speak Publishing. Um, One thing I've learned as an adult is that people who actually care about someone don't let them continually fail. Yep. Instead, they address that person's problems head on because people who actually want you to succeed, and success often requires, of course, correction. Progressives are currently beset by a sick reversal of that, where no one is willing to address the root problem of the people they claim to care about. Because the people who are failing in our society are more suitable as political pawns and social commodities to exploit for attention and donations. Instead of addressing real problems like mental illness, violence, crime, homelessness, progressives are normalizing these things. What's up, Ike Raw? Ike Raw came through. What's up? Progressives are normalizing these things, gaslighting people who want to call them out as unacceptable, and denouncing any attempts to truly rectify the problem that have our cities in a stranglehold. And they do it all in the name of compassion. This phenomenon has been on full display in the left's response to the sad killing of Jordan Neely this week. Neely was a homeless man with a long history of arrest who was suffering from extreme mental illness. Neely tragically died while being restrained and chokehold by a passenger on the subway after Neely was aggressively screaming at passengers and witnesses. Of course, this is the picture. The story is horribly sad. Everyone seems to have failed Jordan Neely, as well as everyone in that subway car with him. But the incident has brought out the gross hypocrisy of those who claim to care about the indigent, with a detail to satisfy every political appetite. Jordan Neely is a black man who was killed via chokehold by a white man. So let's bring out the term lynching. They did do that because it'll always elicit racial animosity. If the racial angle doesn't work for you, you can always use Jordan's death to show the world how much of a do-gooder you are by exclaiming how the unhoused have a right to scream as much as they want in enclosed spaces, in an enclosed space. You get to, what's up, Real Love? You get, hold on a second. You get to wag your finger at the three men who refuse to participate in New York City tradition of keeping your head down, pretending these people don't exist, and praying that you don't become their target. And you get to accuse those who don't decry those men loudly enough for condoning murder. So you know how they are. Like, you know, when you're in the subway and that person comes on and everybody just, you know what I mean, looks the other way and they don't make any sudden movements. Like I heard somebody say, you treat them like a T-Rex. You don't want to do anything because you're like, maybe they won't come over here. Maybe they won't come over here. But that's really not normal. Like there should be things in place. There used to be things in place where this wasn't happening as much, you know? But we'll get into that. Let's be real. These people don't care about homeless. The the upper class city dwellers of New York treat homeless people like bears in the wild. Don't make eye contact with them and they won't bother you. When a strategy doesn't work, they gaslight you into accepting rampant squalor as not only normal, but progress. And when you vocalize your guttural displeasure with watching people live in filth and desperation, the self appointed homeless whisperers will manipulate you into believing this is just what city life is supposed to look like, right? They do. The people say that they're like, "Yo, come on, y'all been on the subway. You guys know how it is on the subway." Like, so, and this is not to say that because of that he deserves to die. I want to make that very clear. Um, but we're gonna get there. They do everything to avoid addressing the issue and helping people recover a normal life. And in doing so, they enrich the problems. They entrench the problem. Excuse me. All while posturing as white knights. Really. New Yorkers are supposed to just accept New York's Penn Station looks like a scene from The Walking Dead, wanting to do something other than accept the status quo of submitting an entire train station to drug addiction and suffering makes you intolerant, per the left. Progressives like AOC and Jamal Brown will fire off a tweet about another black man dying or complain about rising rents, but it's just a precursor to but it's just a precursor to drafting up a new round of donor emails, much like the death of Tyree Nichols. Y'all remember him? You know what I mean? Because remember that situation that happened? Like, do we remember? No, of course not. So, never mind that Ocasio and Bowman could actually do something about the homelessness in New York City. It's actually their job, yeah. But do something, but to do something, they would have to actually care. And you know they don't care because they don't act. And anyone who suggests they should is cast as a heartless bigot. Everyone is debating Everyone is debating when someone can or can't use a chokehold, but no one is willing to ask why Neely was on the street in the first place. The left's supposedly compassionate approach of letting the homeless just exist means not ever really contemplating what we've let this city become. We've been trained to look at homeless people as at the homeless as people, but just as excuse me, we've been trained not to look at the homeless as people, but just as inconvenient rats whom we need to quickly scurry past. They didn't just one day wake up at the feet of your subway station stairs, but no one cares how they ended up at the bottom, as long as their bottom doesn't interfere with their walking path. And so that's what he goes on. You know, he goes on to talk about this. And the only reason I'm not reading the full article, and well, that is the full article. The rest is advertisement. So, all right, if any of these protesting progressives, and I'm going to show you guys that, cared about Jordan Neely, they would care to understand his decline in mental health after his mother was murdered and stuffed into a suitcase by his stepfather, Father God, when he was 18 years old. They would attempt to emphasize with the trauma of having to take the stand against the man with whom he shared a home with and comprehend how his own stepfather took the most important woman from his life ever, from for, forever. The man who went through that needed help. He needed an intervention from the state. Instead of admitting this, they brandish videos of Neely dancing like Michael Jackson in a subway station, as if this activity is a sign of success and happiness, not desperation and struggle. Would you tell your highly talented friend that dancing in the subway will get them far? Of course not. But this is suitable for Neely because they don't really care. If you want to know if someone cares, they'll be honest about what's happening around them and want realistic change. They won't pretend that everything is fine. They won't work extraordinarily hard to convince you that depravity is normality. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing for a moment and then I'm going to come back to you guys on the StreamYard. All right. All right. So, yes, that is what they do. Now, what's up, Instagram? Let me just talk to everybody for a second. I'm going to get back to this Jordan Neely situation. On Instagram, right now I'm on Instagram, and because I'm trying to reach out to everybody, okay? Instagram, once I figure out my technical situations, I'll start sharing things with you guys too so y'all can see it instead of just looking at me talking. And I hate doing that. But last week I had a revelation and I said, I was like, because it was something that people were talking about, like not enough grassroots with conservatives. And I said, I'm convicted to do this myself. Like I need to reach out to the community, urban community, black community, even more as a Republican, as a conservative, because a lot of times they really just don't know how certain things connect. And not because they're not smart enough to know. I didn't know. I didn't figure out how it connected, like how our illegal immigration situation, our border crisis is going to destroy, make inflation even worse. We'll talk about that later. Like, I couldn't connect the dots. I didn't, they probably taught me that in school. I forgot, but if you don't bring the real information to people, they're not going to know. So shout out to Ike Raw on Instagram who said I was the biggest Republican in Philadelphia. And I know how he meant that, but thank you for saying that. I was like, oh God, no, but for real though, I appreciate you for putting me out there, Ike Raw. I do. Of course, it keeps kicking you out, a little Miss Contrary, because Instagram hates me. But anyway, because I want to reach more people. I want to tell people what's going on. I want to tell people it doesn't have to be like this. That our cities don't have to be like this. That just everything. I'm trying to reach out as much as possible, but I am gonna just keep telling people to come to my YouTube channel because Instagram is not gonna let me stay on here talking like this too long. But I'm really trying to reach out. And when I do talk to the black community, you will find that my stuff is controversial. It's the inconvenient truth. I have high standards for people. I have high standards because I know people can meet amazing standards. I know they can, right? So I'm not gonna pander, but it is the inconvenient truth. you know? So, okay, to get back to Jordan Neely. Now, the guy put him in the chokehold, and there was another guy. And white supremacy, white supremacy. The person who was holding his arm was a black man. I have pictures. Nobody on the train came and said, nobody on the train was like, oh God, don't do this to this man. They felt relieved. I'm not saying that it was right. I'm saying what happened here. They felt relieved, but then the next day they're gonna go protest. We have a problem in our cities. We do. We do. Rest in peace to Jordan Neely because everybody failed him. Everybody. From home to being an adult. And it did look sad. Now, unfortunately, the guy who put him in the chokehold, he is going to face charges because what they're going to do, they're going to say it's manslaughter. He didn't intend to kill him, but the guy died. He did. And the one holding his hand, he's going to probably face charges too because they got involved. But why did they have to get involved? Where are the cops? Where? So, from what I know about New York, they like let the mentally ill just out to just walk around and just do whatever. I'm not saying it's like this all the time everywhere, but I've been out there and I've seen some of them and I'm like, this is crazy. I have family members who tell me, like, yeah, like it's crazy out here. But why? Where are the mental health institutions? Where are they? We have laws. We have laws to stop a lot of this stuff from happening. But instead, they want it to happen. The communists wants to jack up your city and they will use someone like a Jordan Neely to do it. How do they use Jordan Neely? They don't provide the services that they're supposed to provide, or they don't practice law and order the way they're supposed to. Remember when loitering was a thing? Remember that? You know, I mean, that used to be a thing back in the day. Where you couldn't just lay around a bunch of people's, you know what I mean? Like you can't be in front of my doorway and you just laying around and begging people for money. That used to be a thing. You used to get in trouble for doing that. Then they said, oh, that was mean. And they probably said it was racist to arrest somebody for loitering. Because that's how the communists always get you. The communists get you through emotions, you know? And it's a shame. This is perfect for the communists that Jordan Neely died. Look at who's talking about it. I didn't know that man until last week, right? I didn't know anything about that man. He was a man on a subway city begging for money. Some days he was in, some days the mental status was good, and some days, probably most, the mental status was fractured. He needed help. When the law enforcement, when they saw that, they should have, what they should have did was say, hey, we need to go take him somewhere. He probably needs to be 302 or something. But there's nowhere to 302 people anymore. It's like there's nowhere to put these people because they shut him down because it was inhumane to put mental people, people who need a better quality of care in a mental institution. That's crazy. I'm not saying put them in a bad mental institution. I'm a psych nurse. I believe some people really need help, but they got rid of a lot of that. And then they say that you're wrong for not liking to see certain things. It did look bad. It did. I would be inhuman to say that it didn't look bad. And now you have citizens getting involved in things that they have no business getting involved in, but at the same time they ride in the subway. How long? And this is like Adam said, this is not going to end. It's not going to end. It's not going to end. And again, we have the laws. We already have everything in place. All the money, cities get a lot of money. Where does it go? To bureaucrats. It goes in their pockets. It goes in their pockets. It's tired. It's really tired, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing, especially, yes. And I am going to get a little bit more political. I'm going to say Democrat. Yes, leftist cities, communist. So why do you think New York has the dogs? Yeah, the robot dogs, because they don't allow all this stuff to run rampant. When I was told that they went to go talk to these prosecutors and say, please stop arresting people for simple things like, a $5 bag of weed or something in their pockets or whatever, and they said, yeah, sure. Okay, good. We won't arrest them for that. We won't arrest them for that. Oh, by the way, we're not going to arrest people with, hardcore violent gun charges, or we'll make it easier for them to get out because it's racist to have high bails, and then now you got people with massive priors constantly going back to the neighborhood and terrorizing the neighborhood. You have 70-something-year-olds who say, I don't sit out on my porch because I'm afraid that I'm going to be ended. Okay? So everybody is suffering in this situation except for the bureaucrat, the real bourgeoisie, right? The bureaucrat who I'm all about capitalism. I want to make that clear. But these people are not, this isn't capitalism. It's literally, they look down on you. You can suffer down there in the city. I don't live there. I don't have to be involved. But me, I'm not getting on that train. I don't have to. I'm a politician. I'm a bureaucrat, right? So there we go. Rest in peace to Jordan Neely. Yes. And I'm going to show you how people are using his as usual. And so then we don't even get down to the real root cause of the problem because people love it. People are like, oh, there's a reason to go act the fool in the streets. Well, let's go look at them. Shout out to everybody coming through. Shout out to everybody coming through. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody. There we go. All right. This is a black man trying to hold on a second. Oh, my hands are too. Black man trying to get off the train. Take another train. And this is why I really want to be able to share the Instagram. But you see this, the cops are right there. This is a cop. He looks bad, but he's a cop. But the cops aren't even helping. This is bro. You hurting her right now. I think he wants to get off the train. And look, the cops are part of them, but they're just like, man, I ain't getting that much involved in, you know what I mean? This is crazy. There was a black woman somewhere woo-wooing and screaming, are your bills paid? And I'm not saying that you have to have every bill paid in order to be involved in something, but something's going on. You are screaming at this man. She's telling him, like, you're not going to be late to work. Take a transfer and get another train to then come back and then get off on this stop because this is more important. We got to act up for Jordan Neely, somebody you didn't care about, somebody you didn't know, somebody who I'm sure you walked past. You was like, oh man, damn, there go that Michael Jackson coming down the thing again. Let me go on the other cart. I'm tired of this Michael Jackson, you know what I mean, fool coming down the cart, right? But today you got to tell this man he's going to be late for work because of Jordan Neely. This is the part that I can't stand. And there's nothing but but. Look at all these cops. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This is crazy. All right, let me go back because all right, let me see. There's more. Matter of fact, let's just watch it. Right. Bro, they lynching us out here. They lynching us out here, bro. They lynching us out here, bro. They lynching us out here. They are lynching us out here. They lynching us out here, bro. Jordan Neely from my hood, bro. I know the nigga personally from my hood. Bro, niggas, you don't have to explain to niggas, my nigga. Don't explain to niggas, my nigga. All of these people, they all. You see this one right here who just came in? My bad for the N-word. I didn't know that was coming. All these people who can't. Anybody on Instagram, please go to the link on my channel on the bio. Go follow me on YouTube, please. You will see what I'm showing. Now, y'all see that, right? I mean, absolutely extraordinary. And you got the mental health guy. I didn't know he was going to start with the N-word, all massive. Like, you don't got to explain the ends. He needs right there. He probably needs some Depakote. Okay. The other guy's like, listen, I understand, but I mean, I'm on my last write up. I can't be late. Cops is chilling. It's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Here we go again. We got some more. I think the dude decided he was getting off the train. Remember, this is the guy. Ew. There you go. 8 on the day. 1-8. All right, we already did this. These people are insane. Which is absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. I'm late. Could you give a concise explanation about how you feel about this situation, respectively? What I said about the situation was that, I feel bad that this happens to this man. I definitely do. It didn't look good at all. But we have to understand what happened in these cities. And if you could go on my YouTube, you will see what I'm showing you. How we have people who are supposed to be in charge of situations, resources, all that, and they're not doing it anymore because they want more Jordan Neelys so that they can bring upon the communism that they want. They want to be able to control you. New York is getting ready to have robot dogs as enforcing the law. That's despotic. It's like it's martial law. Like it's crazy, but this is what they want. And so the more homelessness, the more craziness that they have, the more the people will beg for more of it. They'll be like, bring on as much authority as possible. Why wouldn't you? The man can't even get to work on time. So here's what this guy. But go check me out on my YouTube. If you can go on my bio, and you'll see the link, because I want everybody to see how these people are.
The days of murdering us and getting away with it are fucking over. Over is done. If we have to strap up and come out and just start popping, it's gonna happen.
That's how we protest. If we have to strap up and go and then start popping up, then that's what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? And she's standing there with them. I wish I would. I'd be like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Like, it's insane. It is absolutely insane. All in the name of somebody that doesn't know.
I'm not playing with the city. I'm not playing with the NYPD. You can take a fucking picture and put it up on the precinct. Talk about it.
Shout out to everybody watching. Check me out.
Yes.
I'm loving you. You'll be able to see absolutely insanity. So I need to go back to my StreamYard because I know you guys are saying a bunch of stuff. I mean, this is what they want. So this is what they want. You know what I mean? Right-wing Twitter is calling this Operation Bum Floyd. They want this. They love the insanity. They do, so that we can have more authority, so that we can have despotic authority. It's just so much to this. And then these people with borderline personality disorder, they come out and they say, they say, they come out and they say, oh, they're lynching us. But you alive. How they lynching you? Don't fall for the emotional height that the communists want to put you in. And that's the only word I can use. That's the only word I can use. And then, by the way, they say they make people act like this, right? They make people act like this. And then they tell them, you can't have a peace. Mind you, in these cities, they make you scared or whatever. But then they say, all right, let me get my words. We're going to end gun violence. When they say that, they already have the laws to put murderers and everybody away. They do. They want to take away the law-abiding citizens' peace. That's what they want to do. It's so everybody can give up theirs, and then the government can start to tell you what to do, even more than they already are, because they're already telling you what to do. New York just banned stoves. Really? Okay. It's too much. It's too much. So this person needed help. They chose not to help him because they got rid of the resources that could help him. And now all the people who, mind you, when he was getting choked out, nobody jumped in to say, hey guys, that's enough. Nobody. They were sitting there taping. Some of them probably was like, oh, thank God. And then he died. Okay. Let's go to the chat. Guys, thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. It was just absolutely insane. What's up? Hypnotic came through. Okay, so let me just, all right. What's up, Hypnotic? Rocky coming through. What's up? You said, damn you, I'm trying to, but Instagram, it's like, you can't share stuff on Instagram. So it's like, they're just watching me talk. And I feel bad. So I'm telling everybody, just come to the YouTube. You'll see more on the YouTube. You'll see more. We all know, hold on a second. I want to see what else you guys are saying. Don't believe everything you see on fake news media. Absolutely. Because for real, they started to say like, oh, white people this is a race thing. So now we go straight into that, like I said, and we don't talk about what happened. Obviously, the person who did kill him is going to end up getting charges. I mean, it is called manslaughter. I mean, that's just what it is. This is why I don't get that much involved out here. But anyway, don't let me stop. But I mean, it's just a shame. Ignore mental health crisis, release violent criminals onto the street, arrest people for defending themselves. Sounds like anarcho-tyranny to me. It does. Matter of fact, it's an even better story than that. In New York, remember the bodega owner? The guy came in to rob him, so he ended him. He had to do what he had to do, right? And Alvin Bragg put the bodega owner in jail in Rikers. He put him in Rikers. I was like, what? He put him in Rikers. That was insane. That man had to. So they tell you, they said, you're not allowed to save your life. That's the communists. They don't like it. Um, yeah, anything to push their nonsense propaganda, but they won't address that their own leftist cities are failures. Yeah, and guess what? And they have the money for the resources. They have everything. They put the money in their pockets. And we're going to start programs. They do like one program that does nothing, by the way, and then they put the money in their pockets. Um, Let me see. Devil die Elvis. Let me see what you said. If you destroy society to the point the population is consumed with sorrow and fear, they'll accept any solution to stop it, no matter how authoritarian. Yes, this is why you see the Biden crime bill. I don't bring it up as much because later on I found out that a lot of black people wanted that crime bill. They did. You know why? Because they were like, "This is too much crime. I can't. There's too much crime. Do something. Do something." And so a lot of people went for the crime bill. That's why you use the laws you already have in place and you practice those laws. You prosecute criminals. There should never be a reason why somebody with 10 priors or whatever had a chance to end someone's life. It is no way to live. It is absolutely no way to live. And so we need to talk about it. Yeah, Jambalaya, what is up? Thank you for coming through. And yes, I do need to get on these spaces. I am. I'm working on my time management. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But yes, the more Yuri Bezmenov. Yes, I might have to have a live just simply about Yuri Bezmenov's um interview. I mean, he literally mapped out exactly what we're seeing today. And he said it's already too late. And that was back in the 60s, 70s. He said it. I might have to go live about that because that was, I mean, this is destruction. This is destruction. Anybody who's watching me on Instagram, thank you for coming through. Hit the like button if that's an option on there. And please check me out on YouTube because then you get to see what I'm sharing on screen. Now, those same black people who supported Biden's crime bill were the snitches get stitches crew. I'm sure they were. They'd be front like, yeah, snitches get stitches. Jail, put them in jail. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, that's people beg for. They're gonna beg for more. Um, they're gonna beg for more authoritarianism, and I'm still here, even with all the insanity that I see. I'm like, no, man, they can't come and take away your peace. You don't even want to know how raw I am with 2A, for real, for real. Because the criminal is raw with 2A. They already have it. By the way, we need more gun control. Well, okay. You know how many gun control laws we have? You think that the people out here that are blowing bullets in the air, you think they go register that gun first before they do that? It's an absolute joke. The only people who practice the Constitution, who practice the Second Amendment correctly is the criminal. I'm sorry. Yes, that is true. That is true. Yeah. So my emotions aren't going to get the best of me anymore. We have a constitution. Liberty is what it is. And then we have laws put in place to keep society under control. You know what I mean? Thank you, King Moss, for coming through onto the YouTube because I'm like, he's not going to be able to see anything. All right. Freedom is contingent upon the Second Amendment. Absolutely. Because once they got that, they get to tell you everything. They get to tell you everything they do. Okay, we got the pieces. Now we own them. All right, guys. So now I'm gonna bring on a yes, ma'am. I'm gonna bring that up, Jambalaya. Now we get to talk about another real quick situation that matter of fact, add to stream happened on over the weekend. And of course, they call that white supremacy. I mean, it's just that daggone word. I hate that word. And I always keep telling people, like, I don't use that word because no human is supreme over me. In the name of God, never, never. Oh, come on. Where is this guy? Sorry. Texas. There we go. I'm not reading this whole thing. But there was a Texas mall ender. At Texas Mall, and they tell him he had interest in neo-Nazi views. They're calling this man a white supremacist ideologist. Hold on, not this one. Let me find. Hold on a second. Let me go back and share. They're calling him all kinds of. They love that term because he probably went on some two-way website, and then now it's like, oh, he's a white supremacist. Who cares? First of all, because I go on two-way websites, right? So there we go. I'm telling you, these communists, they will use so yeah, this is, and I don't know what happened altogether or whatever. So the media is stating that Allen, Texas mall shooter Mauricio Garcia was a right wing white supremacist. Really, the guy didn't have a job. His parents couldn't speak English. He was paying for a hotel room, drove a Dodge Charger, and could afford tactical gun gear. Oh, damn! Actually, uh, and AR-15. Thoughts? It's really funny how these mass shooters always, they're broke, but they're always able to get their hands on a lot of expensive materials. Just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, this is the guy they're saying. Of course, Tariq Nasheed, he loves it. The Texas mall shooter was a card carrying white supremacist. What did I tell you about those black shoes and white laces? I don't know what kind of joke this is, but Tariq Nasheed has a lot of followers, and he follows them. He sends them. He leads them straight to garbage. Okay, because he uses the word white supremacist so much to, again, brainwash his followers. I like, it's ridiculous. Everything is always about white supremacy. So, and they're saying he was on a neo-Nazi website. I don't know. They're not telling you what website, though. They're not telling you what website. So I'm confused, But as long as they use white supremacy, neo-Nazi, they say, we got you. We got you. You know? Now feel bad. Be scared. Be scared. You can't dangle those words in front of me anymore, man. Not after 2020. You cannot dangle words in front of me and think that I'm going to um, I'm sorry. You can't dangle those terms in front of me and think that I'm just gonna be here like, oh God, y'all did that long enough. Y'all did that to me long enough. Okay. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. They stole my representation. They sure did. That man is a Latino supremacist. Stop stealing it from me. Liberals, liberals toss that term around. It is extraordinary how much they toss it around. It's so tiresome too. Nobody cares, right? But if you check out my catalog, you'll know. Go check out my episodes from last year. I read the Biden administration domestic terrorist strategic plan. And everything I read in there, I said, that's pretty much me. Hey, wait a second. So I keep trying to tell people, I'm like, the word white supremacy has nothing to do with color. Okay. If you believe in God, family, property, country, you're a white supremacist. If you believe that you're worth something in this world, you're a white supremacist. I had to tell a couple of my homies that, like, yo, bro, I just want you to know, like, you a white supremacist because you've done great things for yourself. Okay. Yes. Yes. Um, I'm not even gonna read it. Huh. I'm gonna have you on my channel though. But y'all see what he said. Not shocked. I wouldn't even be shocked. And Metalopoly, yeah, interesting that they arrest an Afro-Cuban Proud Boy leader right before this happens. So Latino white supremacists would be at the top of people's minds. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. That's what's happening now. And it's like what we're doing now is we're showing people that white supremacy doesn't have to be white. Remember, to bring back Tyree Nichols, when they were like, oh, racism killed Tyree Nichols, and everybody's like, they were black cops. Like, no. They were brainwashed by white supremacy. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's how they get you. That's how they get you. You know? It's just I mean, I'm just gonna not read this, and yeah. Yeah. I'm right there with you, Hypnotic. Yeah. Um yeah. Yeah. Especially, again, these people like can bear. I think there was one kid who did that with the school in Texas, and then they conveniently tore down the school afterwards. I don't think he could even afford a cheeseburger from Wendy's, but he had a very expensive piece. Just saying. And then they were like, we got to tear the school down because it's too sad. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Whatever. But whatever. So yeah, all right. Let's go back to the stream. All right, we talked. Let's go back to share. We did talk about this. That's enough of the borderlines. I can't take them, but I have more borderlines coming. I can't stand Tariq Nasheed. Let's just laugh at him a little bit. So, but he got bodyguards. Tariq Nasheed is. I hope nobody said Tariq. He tries to act like he's hard, but he can't let that toupee fall off his head. All right. So let's go to our borders. Let's go to our borders first, and then we'll get back to we'll end off with trans borderline personality disorder. Okay, now we have an invasion going on at the border that nobody wants to talk about, and it's bad. It's really bad. Hold on, where's the daggone picture? Cause there it is. Okay, this is what you call an invasion. Okay, now again, when they tell you, you know what I'm saying, they was like, what do they say? Oh, but if you talk about the borders, you're racist. They love to say this. They love to say this on The View. Oh, Tucker Carlson was racist because he talked about this replacement stuff. And that's why he was racist because it's all fake and it's a lie. These are all people waiting to come in. They're coming in. They're coming in. I'm gonna explain. I did an episode on replacement, and I don't like that YouTube targets it as a conspiracy theory. What is conspiratorial about the fact that your tax dollars? Never mind the tax dollars. Your tax dollars have already paid for things in the past. Okay, okay. That inflation, the eggs should not be $6.99. Okay, they should be somewhere around 135. Right. This will cause inflation. It will continuously cause inflation. It will cause more than that. Dig this. I personally know people. You want to talk about replacement? I know people who were on the list for Section 8. And guess what? Guess what? They got kicked off the list. Why? Because these people are homeless. So they get it first before you. Everybody's coming in. Okay? Everybody's coming in. Let me be clear. I am of Haitian descent. So when I talk like this, people will say, well, that's not right. You're Haitian. You shouldn't talk like this. It's not just Latinos. It's just everybody. Okay? And I'm like, I live here. I I'm looking at the chat. I live here. Tell me that you'll open the door and let 500 strangers just walk in your house and you're gonna feed them and everything else. Let me know how that works out for you. Okay? I don't pretend. I don't pretend. I don't. I am so real quick. I need to, y'all are killing me on this chat. Um, I'm gonna share some of this stuff. I don't pretend. So now you got people in. Hold on, Chicago, because I have to. I know I bookmarked this. Oh, Jesus, there's just so much news you can't keep up. Here we go.
This is a humanitarian crisis. My brother was murdered in January. Chicago already has a humanitarian crisis.
That's right. Yes.
We
Yes.
don't have enough resources to support our people here.
That's right.
My mother has to look out the window to see where my brother was shot at because CHA does not want to move her. Okay? So my whole thing is, if we don't have resources to support us here already, why the hell would you all bring people here for one who don't like black people? That's no
Yes. 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 Yes.
You all are sitting up here, and so this is just to let you all know. This meeting here is a formality. They have to do this. They're going to do what they want to do anyway.
Well, we gotta do what we gotta do. We got to go to jail. Don't let the
Oh,
bitches
Jesus
in.
Christ. No, all right. Let me turn this off right now. My man said we gotta go to jail. No, that's not what you gotta do. You don't gotta go to jail. All right. I'm gonna be compassionate for 2 seconds. Okay. What the F is that lighting tower on her head? I can't. Let me be compassionate for a second. These sanctuary cities. There we go again with the Democrats. We want everybody to come in. Sanctuary cities. You know, immigrants. We love everybody coming in. Immigrants. No. These are people illegally coming into the country. All right. I have charts. I'm going to show you the charts. A couple charts, not too much. They're coming into your house. This is your house. This is your house. All right. Now, there's so much under the Biden administration because these cities been sanctuary cities. that there's so much under the Biden administration that everybody's getting a taste of it. And then they're realizing. And so then they're like, this isn't going to help us. We have our own problems. Yeah, this is what I was trying. But I remember I was trying to say this to somebody, one of my coworkers. I was trying to tell her, like, yo, you, you know, illegal immigration is really not good because, you got to take care of home first. And she was like, I don't talk about stuff like that, and that sounds racist. I said, okay. I was like, okay. Okay, bus loads of people coming in, bus loads, bus loads. You know, let me go to the chat real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all a couple more things. If not, it's I feel represented by this line at the border. I can finally see myself. I can't. Cassie, everything is racist. Absolutely. That's why I abolished that term. About in 2023, if somebody tells you that's racist over there, you need to go find out exactly what it is over there that they're saying is racist. Because I bet you 9 times out of 10, it's something beneficial for you. Okay. Uh, raised metal. Oh no, with the rise of Latino white supremacists, they need to close the border. Look at all those potential Nazis. Yeah, right. They, they ain't doing that. Y'all are cracking me up. Um, I'm about to cross the border into Mexico and come back through. Yeah, I mean, cause like you, like, and then you probably get more stuff for it's just crazy. I do want to visit the border this year, though. I do need to get out to Texas and go visit the border. Um, you said they should all go to California and to Chicago, but that's the thing. They are going to Chicago. They're going to New York too. Wait, go back to the start of the video. That girl is. Why is somebody's yelling in Spanish outside my house, yo? It was like really loud and almost like scary. Oh my god, this Nazis. Wait, I can't take you hypnotic. No, I'm not going back to the video for that. But yeah, man. And dig this, I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of people say like this is what they voted for. Republicans won't run in Chicago. And that's general, like that's probably because generations of people not voting Republican. It's like why would they why would they be running in Chicago, right? Because they think that they're not going to get elected, so they're not going to run, right? I hope maybe one day, maybe I don't know. So they don't really have that many options, but this is why. This is why I'm trying to reach out, like in Philly. I want to reach out to the community. We have David O, who's going to run for mayor, who's running for mayor after they pick whatever Democratic primary in next week. He's going to run against them in November. He's a Republican. I want to let people know about this guy. We've been doing Democrat in Philadelphia for years, and it's only gotten worse. It's time for some sort of change. Some sort of change. Um, I'm sorry. Stop making me cough. That's me yelling in Spanish. he said, he says, Cassie's in here too. What you said? Oh God, we're here for the cookout. Dame mi, dame mi reparation. Oh my God, dame comida. Yo, y'all are cracking me up. This is fun. Oh man. Once all these immigrants are allowed voting rights, thank you for reminding me, Metalopoly. Dems will abandon the black community. They already did. They abandoned the black community. Zoda, thank you for coming through. Nouvelles Consulting LLC. Can you please send me I don't know who this is, but can you send me a DM and let me know who you are and what you consult on exactly? And check me out on YouTube because then you'll see me sharing because I don't know how to do it on Instagram yet, but I'm gonna get better with Instagram. Um, don't they understand why they can't see it coming? Guess they're distracted by Bum Floyd. But that's the thing, people don't realize. And what's so terrible is that it took me until 2020 to really see, like, oh my God, I'm being lied to every day. Like, what? Every day, every day, every day. And so then that's why I was like, you gotta turn on your camera, you gotta turn on this phone, and you gotta do something. It's just the lies they're just not right. The Democrats have already given up on the black community because they used that line of Marxism to catapult their favorite line of Marxism, which is trans stuff. All right, we're gonna get there, but it's terrible. It's terrible. Uh, I ultra love and fan of awesome things, beautiful, attractive things, both clean, dirty, uncut, uncensored. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but I appreciate that comment. Thank you. All right. All right. So back to our favorite place. Couple more things about. Here you go. I know what this means though. Let me see. No envíes a los refugiados a Nueva York. Don't invite the refugees to New York. They're coming there too. They're coming there too. All right. Couple things I want to tell y'all about the border and how we got here. But let me just show y'all. And that's why I told y'all Instagram, check me out on YouTube, man, for real. Like this is where I really show all the good stuff, you know. Just want to show y'all a little bit more of what it looks like at the, oh, we're gonna, we love America, and everybody should be able to come here, yay. Okay. Um, hold on. Some of the stuff that I bookmark is out of pocket, and I have to talk about Anthony Mackie before I leave here. Um, the things that get seized at the border. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Reporting in El Paso, this is the current scene right now. As you guys can see, this is a true humanitarian crisis. This is the streets of El Paso. There are roughly 2,500 migrants released onto the streets, sleeping here. Not all migrants have NTAs. That's the notice of here, but these are the living conditions.
Which,
¿Es de Venezuela, señor? ¿Cuántos días tienen aquí en la calle?
Hypnotic, what he's saying?
So he said he's been waiting for 2 weeks here on the streets. The majority of the migrants that we've been speaking with are from Venezuela. We've also spoke to migrants from Nicaragua, Colombia, Turkey, Africa, and many more. But these are the current scenes here in El Paso as authorities get ready for the ending of Title 42 on May 11th. What migrants are telling me is the reason they're crossing now is because Title 42 is officially ending, and they've already spoke to other family members that have been released in the United States. Hola, hola, hola. ¿Son de Venezuela todos?
No,
¿Venezuela no? ¿Cuál parte?
no, Ecuador.
¿De Ecuador?
Ecuador.
¿Cuánto tiempo ya tienen aquí viviendo en la calle del Paso? ¿Mucho tiempo?
Ahorita.
2 días?
No, varios días, pero no recuerdo exactamente.
So he said he's been here for several days. There's also kids here. There have been reports of chickenpox breaking out in some of these migrant camps here in El Paso. But there's migrants all over the streets right now. It is a true humanitarian crisis, and it's putting a real strain on authorities here in El Paso. Now, the mayor has declared an emergency. So here, once again, we're going to look at more migrants. Hola, ¿son de Venezuela? ¿Cuál parte de Venezuela?
Yeah, I'd have ran.
Caracas. ¿Cuánto tiempo ya tienen aquí en las calles? 12 días. So he said he has 12 days here on the street. ¿Cuál parte de Estados Unidos van a ir? ¿Ya está? Chicago. So I've been speaking with some migrants who are trying to get destinations to cities like Denver, Houston, Chicago. They just say they don't have any money to be bused. But once again, we're going to show you one more time. This is what it looks like all over downtown El Paso right now. But stay tuned for all the updates here on the ground reporting for News Nation.
Extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. Okay, y'all heard that. Y'all seen that. Y'all heard that. Okay. Yo, Copa Catania, giving a shout out to Copa. Uh Copa, congratulations on your beautiful baby girl. You and Jana Catania, congratulations. Okay. At least we could get some sort of good news out here. Okay. Um I can't take him. He keeps making me laugh. He's saying, Casey, we can go to the cookout. We're just waiting for transportation to get to her place. Yeah, right. You know, I got kicked out at the cookout in 2020 because I said something. They said, that's why you're not invited to the cookout. And I was like, well, that's why I'll be alive. But anyway, so yeah, seeing that, right? You know what's funny though about the border? Like these people, it's a shame because they're like, whatever it takes, I'm coming to America. And you got people who live here who have everything terrible to say about America. Okay. Here we go. We got the buses. We got the buses. You know what I mean? Hold on a second. I got a better picture of the buses for you guys to see. Somebody called it the tuberculosis buses. This is not a picture from this year. This was actually a picture from when Donald Trump was president. They were trying to like intimidate him with this. I'm pretty sure he turned everybody around. This is more of the border. This is crazy. This is like El Paso, Texas. This is absolutely insane. This is insane. So you have your house here and you have all these people outside on your lawn. All these Nazis come saying, no, let me stop. But no, all jokes aside, this is terrible. I mean, this is there we go. There we go. And a lot
The
of
United States, 6 have already left. That's 7 that just left. This is 8. They've been going all day, and they go all day and night. That's 8. They're heading north to the United States. That's Highway 1 that they're on. This is bus number 9.
they all coming to the cities.
We're in Darien Gap right now.
You see that? And people calling them super buses heading up to tuberculosis highway to United States. Yes, because a lot of these people, there's communicable diseases. This racist. There's communicable. I don't like. Listen, hey, there's communicable disease. What do you want me to do? Germs are germs. Germs are germs. Okay. I don't believe in necessarily, jabs, but at the same time, okay. Article 4 of our Constitution requires our government to protect and defend our borders. If the government does not, the Constitution, by virtue of the name part herein, authorizes the free citizens to defend themselves and their state in place of treasonous government. Note, in not defending our borders, the government gives aid and comfort to hostile foreign invasion, and this under Article 3, Section 3 of a Constitution is properly labeled treason. It is, because they come before you. You the citizen here. Let's see what my uncle had to say. We'll just see a little bit about what he had to say about this.
With detain and deport. One of my most successful policies was Title 42, which allowed for, under my leadership, we had the most secure border in U.S. history by far. We replaced catch and release with detain and deport. One of my most successful policies was Title 42, which allowed for instant expulsion of any illegal alien who crossed our borders. Anybody. If they were bad, we got them out. We got them out fast. Those who trespassed into our country could be immediately sent back to the place from which they came. Every would-be illegal border crosser knew that with Donald Trump in the White House, our border was closed. It was absolutely closed, and they had no chance of getting in, and therefore they didn't come. When Joe Biden came into office, he terminated every successful border policy that was put into place, including Remain in Mexico, one of the best of them all, deliberately throwing open the borders and instituting catch and release and resettling untold millions and millions of illegal aliens into the United States. They're now your neighbors. Congratulations.
I'm going to stop right there. I'm sorry. But the congratulations is what did it for me. I'm going to stop right there. But, yeah, that tan is pretty bad. But let's not lose the message here, okay? The man, you are always going to get people who are going to come and you're light skinned than Donald Trump. You're always going to have people who somehow get in. You are. But I want you to see these numbers, okay? I just want you to see these numbers. Understand what's going on in your country. This is your country. It is. No, I'm not free here. It's your country. You know? Go open your door and let a bunch of people just walk in your house and eat your food. Tell me again how that works out for you. When Joe Biden became president, I shouldn't have shared. No, when Joe Biden became president, he effectively reversed everything Donald Trump did at the border. And people will say, well, the border's always been a problem. I want you to hear these numbers, okay? And we're only going to go back in 2020. Oh, but that was a pandemic. I don't care. We still are under pandemic restrictions, right? But they're ending like this week as far as the border goes, okay? You had wait a minute. Oh, they do it like backwards a little bit. Like October 2020, 45,000 encounters. There was a time where you had 17,000 in April of 2020. Yeah, they were a little scared around then. September 2020, 57,000. All right. And then things started to get special. You go to like numbers like that, and I would love to see more of this. Hold on. Because it's only giving me 2020 to 2021. But for real, I wanted y'all to see 2019 because that's a real. All right, so I'm getting ready to get cut off on Instagram Live. So, guys, check me out on YouTube. Check me out on my YouTube channel. Subscribe there to my YouTube. All right. So, anyway, um, so these are the kind of numbers you have. Why don't we just jump? So already in October 2021, 71,000. Okay. Oh, pandemic is over, and that's why people. I don't know what that means. I really don't. I'm like BSing when I'm making this up. In October 2022, we had 164,837 enforcement encounters. When they encounter them, they don't encounter them and say turn around. They let them in. They're sending 1,500 military servicemen to the border, not to stop them from coming, because they know Title 42 is getting ready to end. So they're going to need more people to process paperwork. Then they give them a date. Okay, I want to apply for asylum because my country is bad. And climate change apparently too is a reason to apply for asylum. My country's bad. And so usually you have to wait for your date before you even come so you can plead your case. All right, come on in and come back in 2 weeks. Really? Oh, here's the phone too. And yes, Cobra. They get you asked the question, you asked a good question. Um They get tour buses. Yes, the difference is me and you are paying them with that $7 carton of eggs that we just purchased at the shop, right? Yeah, yes. This is what I need people to see. You know, um, Metalopoly. He does talk a big game because he knows he did it before. He did it before. Even when they were calling him racist and everything, he was doing it. He was. Now, unfortunately, he had to do it through executive orders because Congress won't pass nothing. So he did a lot of executive orders and he calmed a lot of that stuff that was going on at the border, right? But it was easy for Joe Biden to come and not only reverse them, but open them wide. The borders are wide open. They are more. They're wide open, like a prostitute in you know, out there in LA or something. Okay. It's crazy. All right, we're getting ready to come to the end of everything. I just want to share a couple more things because I try not to go further than an hour. I thank everybody for coming through. I hope everybody hit the like button. I really appreciate all of y'all for coming through. It has been fun. Um, all right. So this broad line.
The administration has said, then why would we need to send 1,500 active duty U.S. troops down there?
Because we need more work. We need more work needs to be done, Peter. We put forth a comprehensive immigration legislation, and Congress, Republicans in Congress refuse to act. And so the president has used the tools that he has in front of him to prepare ahead of Title 42 lifting. As you know, that is happening in the next.
I can't take the lies. I can't. Seriously, sometimes I can't watch these people because you are lying to me. You're lying to me about opening my doors and letting people in my house and telling me that you put together a comprehensive package of what exactly? Of making it easier for them to come to my house. Oh, but Congress won't do anything. Congress won't do anything. What? What does that even mean? What are you talking about? Because you want to give them more of my money? Yes, that's where I'm at with it, yo. That is. In the last 2 years, it's been 5 million people altogether. 5 million. Have you ever heard this number? It was to the point where Barack Obama, who I believe is really puppeteering this whole situation, was like, yeah, it is a bit much at the border. It's a little too obvious to take over. And he's probably looking back like, damn, these citizens either lazy or spoiled. They're not going off. We did a good number on them with J6. I'm going to leave it right there. Insane. Let me see what else she's saying.
Down by more than 90%.
Okay, I'm good. I'm going to answer.
Comes to illegal migration, you see it come down by more than 90%. Where did that number come from?
I was speaking.
Is telling us the number.
I hear you. I'm about to answer.
136,000 people more.
I'm about to answer you. If the dramatics could come down just a little bit. The dramatics could come down a little bit.
What's dramatic about asking a question about?
Okay, I'm good. I'm going to answer. So I was speaking to the parolee program. As you know, the president put in place.
I don't care what the president put in place. You hear this? She said, calm down with the dramatics. You too mad that people coming in your house. I need you to shut up and take it. I need you to like it. You know, take the beatings and love it. Shut up. That's how they tell you. I, you know, I don't know. This feels a little bit much to me. To shut up, racist. Shut up, bigot. Shut up. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna read the chats right after I'm done because I'm gonna show. I'm gonna touch on this. Okay, real quick. I'm not gonna read this article. I'll probably make a video about this. But the LGBTQ trans people feel scared, and they said we're not gonna do pride events because we're afraid in Florida for our safety. Like, first of all, nobody's coming to get you. Okay, nobody's coming to get you. Oh, because Ron DeSantis said you can't say gay. That is not what the law was. That's not what the law was. And you people are weird that you want children to see denigration. You're all really weird. The shrooming is insane. It really is. But they said they're scared, so they're not gonna do parades. Great, and the world is a much better place for it because there's too much nudity in the streets. Why you can't just walk and hold a sign? No, y'all got to come in G strings and everything else. That's why you can't do it. Good. All right. Now, anyway, and to just let's end this off with Anthony Mackie playing himself because that's what people do. And then I'm gonna read the chat, and then I'm out so I can go make my protein breakfast. All right, hold on. Here we go. Anthony Mackie played himself. This is gonna be a video too for me.
I've done 7 Marvel movies now. Every producer,
and this is annoying. Okay.
Every director, every stunt person, every costume designer, every PA has been white. But then when you do Black Panther, you have a Black director, Black producer, you have a Black costume designer, you have a Black stunt choreographer, you have a Black, and I'm like, that's more racist than anything else. Because if you only can hire the Black people for the Black movie, are you saying they're not good enough when you have a mostly white cast?
No. Do not give him the
Marvel movies now. Every producer.
Okay, don't give Anthony Mackie the boom. You know what I mean? Like, don't give him by George, he's got it. Okay, because he doesn't. Okay, first of all, this is really bothering me. Okay, what the hell is going on? Why does he look like this for this whatever interview that he was doing? Okay, that is so seriously annoying to look at him like this. Now, number 2, I refuse. Nope, not today. You didn't find out anything good. Anthony Mackie, this is what leftist communist Black people always want. Yeah, we got an all Black everything. We got an all Black cast. We got an all Black cameraman. We got all Black this. Yeah, what, all Black. And then now they do it and it says it's racist. I'm confused. All of this DEI crap that y'all are doing in Hollywood to destroy Hollywood, which is fine with me because I want y'all to burn it down to the ground. So then, you know what I mean? Us independent content creators, you know what I'm saying? We come with the realness. But anyway, all of this that y'all doing, y'all get what y'all wanted, and then now it's a problem? How is it a problem? You just racism. He looks like a crack fiend for racism. Now you're trying to find racism in the exact thing that people asked for. They asked for this. They asked for this. Absolutely not. You don't get to do that, Anthony Mackie. All right? I need you to clean your face up, and I need you to put some, gloss on and stop this. Clown world of the day goes to Anthony Mackie for sure. For sure. Because this has to stop. This has to stop. And then actually I want to share one last thing with you guys. I didn't mean to remove that. Because since we're talking about these people get on my nerves. My guy from me. Shout out to the person. So a year later, we realized what has taken away my guy Ray Liotta from us. He died in his sleep from pulmonary edema and acute heart failure, according to the documents. I wonder why. Having a cytotoxic reaction from something can give you edema, swelling, heart failure, all of that. We haven't even began to scratch the surface of what that thing can do to you. We haven't even began to scratch the surface. And this man was a true actor. That's why you didn't see him in every single movie, because he was, he took time out to pick his parts. And he's no longer here. And somebody made a list of something. Ray Liotta, Celine Dion, Justin Bieber, Tony Saragusia, help me, Damar Hamlin, Hank Aaron, Marvin Hagler, Christina Applegate, didn't know, Betty White, Diamond, Lance Reddick, Bob Saget, Louis Anderson, Taylor Hawkins, Lisa Marie Presley, Heather McDonald, Franco Harris, Jamie Foxx. I have a video coming out about Jamie. Mike Leach, Luke Knox, Leslie Jordan. I wonder what this is a list about. It is an absolute crime to humanity. Absolute crime to humanity. Absolute crime to humanity. I know how he was looking. I know. But he's always kind of had that kind of look. But there's certain things that, for me, not for me. Knowing how the body works, a lot of things can speed things up. I'm just going to put it right there. Like that. Let me go on this chat real quick and see what y'all was saying. Y'all are cracking me up. What did you say? Democrat funded transportation. Yeah. With your dollars though. That inflation, the eggs. Do they Copa as they have concert merch with their tour dates? I know. Hypno says your light is skin to Donald Trump, Casey. At this point, his hair defines gravity. Aye. It goes forward and backward at the same time. It does. You got that. Oh, listen. Aye. It's like, no, let me say. Orange. Oh, we did say that. Donald Dolezal. That's funny. That's good. Rocky, what are you saying? Here we go again with this pandemic restrictions. But now they got rid of it. Matter of fact, they got rid of it. Thank you for reminding me. They got rid of the mandates too. And I hear people saying the jab mandate. Mind you, I was a nurse dealing in this situation, and I had to underground railroad however I could. And it was a nice underground railroad, and everybody benefited from it. We'll put it that way. And everybody that I knew benefited from it. Anyway, but yeah, somebody's talking about, oh, well, yeah, the mandates were needed, but when we realized that it wasn't working, then it was good. Then we got rid of it. After you already experimented on how many people? This should have never happened. This should have never happened. Wow. And thank you. Oh, Cassie, thank you so much. I'm trying to get to the Bigly 1000 by my birthday. June 16th is my birthday. Of course, on Pride Month. I hate the fact that these bastards. All right. Anyways, no. But listen, no. June 16th is my birthday, so I'm definitely trying to get to 1000 by my birthday. For sure. I cannot wait to vote Biden out of office, out of power. He's mentally unstable, unsmart, unfit for office. Stop voting these idiot Democrats. My God, what the hell's wrong? Biden, I wonder sometimes if he's even okay. Is it a cadaver? Y'all gotta go watch A Common Idiot, his channel, A Common Idiot. And he didn't make a video about this. I really think that he should make a video about this. So, in Guardians of the Galaxy, which I plan on going to see today, when they're holding, not Gamora, I forgot her name. Jesus, not Gamora. I always forget that girl's name. The other sister, she's holding Quill's body and she's walking, and all of us, we think of CGI. It's not CGI. They actually made that thing, and it looks like a human. All right. What'd you say? Facts, people perverse. So, yeah, they do. Why do we have to? Hold on. Why do we have to have who they like jump on, force down our throats? Yeah, like we don't care. Yeah, like seriously. Ray had a bunch of years on it. Yeah, I know. But I know. But I like to think that the body was tolerant to. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. Thank you, Copa. It was Nebula. When Nebula's holding Quill's body, that's a prosthetically, like it's like a latexy made thing, and it breathes and everything. Right? It's freaky. It is freaky. Mackie doesn't deserve. Maggie doesn't deserve the TikTok boom. He deserves the Casey boot. Thank you. Yeah, they're like, we got it. Thank you. Cult Classic Cage. I will. You guys, shout out to everybody who's on this chat. everybody who's on this chat, I believe just about everybody on this chat has a channel. Jambalaya Talks, she has a channel. Please check her out. Jambalaya is so good with talking about like the history of feminism and how it's like destroyed this country, just everything. Now I don't want to just put it down on just that. It's just, and not that it's just that either, but I mean, it's just massive information. Y'all know Cassie has an amazing channel. She goes off. She doesn't hold back at all. Y'all see her on Hypnose. Copa has an amazing channel. He did great for me with The Mandalorian, since I refuse to watch Mandalorian, but he's doing other things now. He does great things on his channel. Everybody here who has a channel, and listen, check me out on YouTube. That girl Casey one on Twitter. And if you have a channel, if you have something that you're doing, please let me know. Drop a link, DM me, whatever. So, I could check it out because I want to support us all, this community. I do. It's not easy to do what we do, but we love what we do and we do it with passion. Right? Okay. All right, guys. And with that being said, thank you everybody for coming through. Thank you for hitting that like button. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.